Hello everybody. Hello everybody. This is Minigot. Alright, third time the charm. Hello everybody. This is Minigot, and here we go for the other world. Nailed it. Anyway, we're gonna try to finish the DLC with this episode. That'd be cool. I'm not doing that quest. And might as well do that one. It's in report with the baseball one. Seem like as good as any of the others. Oh yeah, no, that's a good one.
I just wanted to make you smile.
Everything's okay?
Inspector, good to see you. Let me just grant you access and... Welcome to the Piraeus Spaceport.
Oh, fast travel location discover. I always like that.
Hey, you! We've been looking for you, and by we, I mean Slug. Been real busy sniffing around Eridanos for clues, haven't you, Inspector? See, Slug Light Underground don't like that much.
He's trying so hard. It's actually kind of sad.
Should have kept your nose where it belonged, Inspector. Slug's sick of all your meddling in their affairs. Our affairs, I mean. We're... Draw, you damn breadworm, draw!
I'm an inspector, Philip. Sticking my nose where it doesn't belong is my job.
Well, you ain't gonna stick that nose anywhere ever again.
Hold on, you're saying Slug asked me to investigate and now it want me dead?
Quick everyone, get him!
Heads up, boss!
Here goes nothing!
Wrong button, but I'm okay with that.
Here I come! That had to hurt! Everyone all right?
The gun glitched a little bit, but we're used to this now. Where was he? Not them. Not them. Ah, there it is.
Does Sublight Underground run this place? Glad my box hauling days are over.
Ooh, those are locked.
I think I prefer the rest and go.
Hey, pal. Over here. Hey there. You looking to unwind, friend? Maybe you're on your way to the bar for a good time? Maybe you're interested in something a little better than beer or Adreno? Something with a little more kick?
What are you selling?
The name's Auric. I deal in, shall we say, holistic pharmaceuticals, natural substances and the like. You know. Alternative stuff. I know. Ooh, it came out of the ground. That's where worms live. I get it. I do. Why go for that homegrown shit when you could be pumping your body full of effort accelerators? Says it right on the Anti-Cleo's box. Better than nature, right? Well, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, pal. Those pharmaceuticals the corporations manufacture, not all of them are as good for you as the board wants you to believe.
Yeah, I know this as much.
Alternatives. That's the way to go, pal. Trust me. No matter what ails you, I got what you need.
What kind of alternative do you sell?
What do I sell? I've got premium shit, my friend. Vitamins like you wouldn't believe. Calcium, vitamin D, reverse vitamin D. I got everything, my friend. You got stress problems? I got stress solutions. Aromatherapy eases the mind. Diluted mantisaur essence, best kept secret in the business. And if you're a real freak, techniques to calm yourself by fooling your own mind. If they can tame the rage of a certain well-known tossball star, they can help anybody.
That's all for now. But I got a little bit of info. Oh. Almost pressed a rent. Oh, the nightmare.
Processing 3D area.
I'm gonna take that. That's like one of the most precious items in the game. Like those are stealing.
You one of the new workers? A lost tourist? Wait, I don't care. Just don't knock anything over.
I got a couple of questions for you.
Hey, if it meant I could ignore my work, I'd let you talk to me about sprat reproductive practices. Ask away.
How do you manage the shipping yard?
This terminal makes it pretty easy to match a ship's cargo to its manifest. If it ain't on the terminal, then it's someone else's problem.
What's so bad about managing a bunch of cargo?
Nothing. I just hate working.
At least you're honest. That's all for now.
Figured it wouldn't last. Anything else?
See you around. You wouldn't be mad.
Huh? What? What the? Huh? Who's there?
Not doing anything bad.
What do you think you're doing?
I was stealing.
Yeah, alright. I guess you're on the level.
Yeah. Man. What it? It's with a slight decrease. I honestly don't care. My only regret is I was caught doing it instead of not doing it at all. Fuck off.
Hello. Welcome to Aridano's Dry Goods and Sundry, the most standard and unremarkable general store this side of Halcyon. I'm marketeer Joseph Dempsey, here to make your shopping experience as pleasant and normal as possible.
Standard and remarkable, you said? Maybe you should invest in an advertising seminar?
Hey, folks take a lot of comfort in knowing their neighborhood general store is unchanging, eternal. like the land beneath their feet or the air in their lungs. Whoops! Forgot I ain't supposed to poeticize on work time. The drab nature of our store profits is what I meant. Now, can I sell you anything?
Let me see what you got. Meh. Alright, let's continue the actual quest.
Hey, could I talk to you for a second?
Piss off before I fucking shot you.
What do you want? Boss, it's Birdie Holcomb. Black Hole Birdie. The Holmeister? The Hack Attack.
Shh, not so loud. How'd you know it was me?
I'm an inspector and a damn good one.
Yeah, that makes sense. You must be a good one to sniff me out. I'm in no mood to sign autographs, and I hate disappointing fans. So I'm lying low. You know, incompleto.
It's a very nice hat.
Yeah, it really draws attention to you. I never would have noticed the hungover-looking fella in the corner of the cantina was Black Hole Birdie if you weren't wearing that hat.
Oh, what's it matter? Helen's gone. She's gone and nothing I do will bring her back. I've been trying to find who did this. That's what she would do. Track down the killer and bring them to justice. But I'm stumped. And not very clever. Being bright was always Helen's thing.
Oh, come on, Birdie. You're plenty sharp. Anybody who says otherwise is a Cleo Darlings fan.
Again, I'm in the middle of an investigation here, Felix.
Oh, so you're the inspector. Hope you have more luck figuring things out than me. You probably want to ask me some questions, huh? I'm sure you're asking everybody questions, so you can find Helen's killer. So, how do I help?
Want to explain why you smash up your picnic with Helen?
Oh, the picnic. Right. I get real mad sometimes. Ugly mad. Something I've been working on, but when Helen said we were through, I lost it.
You broke up? That must have been hurt. Rough.
Helen meant everything to me. I didn't take the split well. And now I can never apologize.
What did you do after the picnic?
I got blotto with the other Rangers.
What?
You know, soaked, muddled, preserved.
I think he means drunk.
The team noticed I was in a bad way when I got back to the hotel. When I told them Helen and I were Splitsville, they wanted to cheer me up. We were up the pole afore evening. The hotel staff said we was bothering the other guests on account of all the crying and yelling and practice body tackling. Zeke said we should move elsewhere, get some air.
Probably a good... where'd you go?
We ended up at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. I think somebody wanted to pet a woolly cow. There was this one cow off away from the others. Zeke figured it'd be a laugh to get her drunk. One thing led to another, and I think we might have maybe, you know, stolen her.
Why'd you steal a cow for?
I don't know. We were drunk, and we made bad choices. She was all alone. I know how that feels now. It's so hard to be all by your lonesome. My memory's a little muddled after that. I guess me and the team got split up, because I know I was on my own at the pilot house for a time.
Could anyone from the pilot house back that up?
I reckon not. See, I went to the weather station. I was looking for where Helen stashed her data pad for safekeeping, right? She'd asked me to get it, mind. I wasn't stealing. I'm no thief.
And what did you find?
Sure did. Only there was a guard out there who found me. She started yelling about how I was trespassing and in serious trouble. Thing is, it was real dark out there. So dark, she couldn't tell who I was.
What'd you do?
Long story short, I got out of there. Ran like the Rangers were down by 3, and I just bronzed the toss ball in the Friday zone.
Well, I know you weren't sprinting for the Sunday zone. Where'd you go?
I didn't know where I was going, but my legs took me straight to my friend's... I mean, to my... fridge... Raider.
Bertie, come on, man. Who was it?
I don't want to tell you. I'll get in trouble.
Not having a witness puts you in much bigger trouble.
Look, I talked to Auric, okay? Auric West. Hangs out around the spaceport. He's the one who taught me the breathing exercises I use to calm down.
Thanks. I follow up with Auric.
That sounds like a good idea. So now you have the whole story. After I talked to Auric, I went back to the hotel. Woke up the next morning with Helen's data pad in my hand and the hangover to end all hangovers. Don't know if I'll ever drink again.
You had a bad time lately, yeah, buddy?
Yeah.
Can I have a look at Helen's datapad?
Oh, yeah, you'll probably want to... Yeah, of course. Of course. Helen sure did have the prettiest handwriting.
I'm sorry about Helen, Bertie.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Sorry. Here you go, Inspector. Hopefully they make more sense to you. I couldn't make heads or tails of them. Either she was writing in code or I'm dumber than a bag of hammers. I tried for hours to crack her notes, but it's like I said. Being bright was Helen's thing.
Thanks. I take a look at them.
Okay. And listen, I want to help you find her killer, Inspector. I knew Helen better than anybody. And it could be handy to have a guy like me around, in case anybody gives you trouble.
Sorry, Bertie. It's better if you're not involved.
I get it. I'll head back to the Grand Colonial then. Unless you need me for anything else?
No, you're free to go. Auric, my dude.
What can I do you for?
I'd like to ask you some question about Bertie Holcomb.
Wait, you ain't a sheriff, right? You gotta tell me if you're a sheriff.
I'm a freelance inspector brought in to investigate the death of Alcyon Helen.
I'll be honest, I don't really know where that puts us.
I'm not here to bring you any trouble. I just want to talk.
All right, fine. Yeah, I know Birdie. So what?
Was Bertie with you the night Alcyon Helen was killed?
Yeah. Damn shame about that. Birdie thought the world of Helen, you know. He showed up drunk at my place wanting to talk about the breakup. Helen dumped him, he said. Boy, was he in a bad way. I'd never seen him like that before. We talked for a while, and when he felt better, I sent him back to the hotel. Told him to drink more water and get some sleep.
Heard you taught Bertie some breathing technique.
Yeah, that was me. Birdie's got a temper, but he's not a bad kid, you know? He's trying to work on it.
How do you know Bertie?
He may or may not buy alternatives from me from time to time. A little diluted mantis or essence here, a little vitamin B negative there.
What for?
He's stressed out of his mind, the poor guy. Everyone knows his name. Can't turn around without having to sign an autograph. Then you throw in playing tossed ball for a living. Violence like that, it does things to a body. It does things to the head.
What do you mean tossball does a thing to your head?
Come on. Birdie's a damn good hacker. But taking that many blows to the noggin would scramble anyone's upstairs business. I know it's knocked a few of his memories loose. I worry about him, that's all. He's a good kid. Got a good heart.
That's all for now. Alright, journal. Let's report. To the penthouse.
Inspector,
I managed to track down Black Hole Birdie.
I'm pleased to hear that. Bertie Holcomb is a valuable asset to the Rizzo's Rangers property. When Helen was murdered, Bertie was nowhere to be found. The timing of his disappearance is unfortunate.
Birdie's something of a character, but he's harmless. I feel a little bad for him.
Try not to feel too bad for him. Bertie is a brilliant athlete. The universe has balanced his talent by making him a slackwit.
Go easy on him. He just lost the love of his life.
I don't understand what it was that Helen saw in Bertie. Whatever it was, she seemed to trust him implicitly. He was always on his best behavior around her. Or he tried. I'm not a heartless man, Inspector. I know that losing Helen must have shaken Bertie to his core. Be plain with me, Inspector. Do you believe Black Hole Bertie killed Helen?
I really don't.
I'm relieved to hear that. I happen to be something of a fan of the hack attack. I'd hate to see him processed for murder, but we need to be absolutely sure. I'd like you to continue your investigation. Notify me as soon as you're ready to make a formal accusation.
By the way, Bertie agreed to stay at the Grand Colonial.
I appreciate that. I'd rather keep Bertie within the public eye than let him languish in a bar at the docks. If you're through investigating Bertie, I recommend looking into Cedric Kincannon. He's been entirely too comfortable since we began this investigation. I don't trust Cedric when he's comfortable.
I'll be back. Well, not a level up, but close. Meh. We just buy them here. Alright, journal now. Lobby, please.
To the lobby.
Alright, let's do the body thing. I'm just not good with words today. That happened. Alright, how the heck do I go up? Ah, there it is.
Wow.
What the? I was going to wash my hands, I swear.
Bye.
Inspector, not a moment too soon. I've just finished my autopsy report.
Let's hear it.
Ruth Bellamy was killed by plasma damage to the upper vertebrae, the occipital bone, and the cerebellum. If it's any consolation, her death was instantaneous and painless. I've also discovered a poisonous compound in Miss Bellamy's stomach lining ingested during her last meal. Toxic, but not enough to kill her. Spencer Woolrich complained of a stomach ailment around the same time period. I assumed he was being, you know, Spencer. But now I'm not so sure.
Someone was obviously trying to poison Ellen.
Almost certainly. Well, possibly they were trying to make her extremely uncomfortable, but I suppose killing her would also satisfy that criterion.
I should go speak with Spencer then.
Conversations with Mr. Woolrich tend to spontaneously transform into monologues. You'll find him on the VIP guest floor. I'd best return to work, Inspector. Autopsies always whet my appetite, and all this talk of food is distracting me.
I'll be back. Let's go back to the ball a little bit. I want to check a little something. Son of a... There was a bee. They clean it up. That's like the one thing I know.
The Grand Colonial front desk. How many?
I need access to the VIP guest floor.
I'd love to, Inspector, but I don't really have the authority. Moreover,
The only guest who have a problem with me being up there would be the murderer.
That's a good point. If they give me guff, I can just tell them that they're obstructing justice. That has a nice ring to it. Let me just set you up with VIP guest floor access. Done. You can now...
Bye. I can do the man with shaft. Weird quest name, but eh.
What? If you see black hole...
There was something. That's lots of blood.
Initiating enter protocol. Greetings, theater aficionado and/or dumbstruck fan. You are standing in the vicinity.
I see you have some work done. We upgraded you.
Burbage 3001's programming is frequently upgraded to adhere to board-certified standards. The most recent upgrade was performed by Spencer Woolrich. Banter protocol exhausted. Reverting to default behavior. Grieving and despair. Oh, Halcyon Helen.
Hearing that thing talk is a fucking nightmare.
Commended to the Aether.
You know Halcyon Helen?
Burbage 3001 was Burbage 3001.
Okay, I'm just gonna skip his dialogue because I do not like hearing this thing talked.
Now running shock and dismay protocol. This unit has not yet completed.
Alright, so Spencer upgraded his robot, that's good knowledge.
Not a peep for me.
About time you arrived. I see you haven't dressed the way I asked you to, but I suppose that was expecting too much of a non-industry lout. Expect a complaint to management. Now, unless you'd like to waste more of my time, I suggest we begin rehearsing. Ready? You've fallen right into my trap, Captain. Oh, don't bother to fight back. You cannot hope to stop me from installing philosophism as the system's reigning ideology.
Wow, how did you know I was a captain?
Well, I didn't, you fool. It was in the script. Wait. Now that I think about it, you do smell rather like the Aether, old blood and unwashed feet. Oh, now, this is curious indeed. Who are you? How did you get in here?
I'm here to investigate the murder of Elsie and Ellen. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
You're here to investigate me? Oh, I assure you, I'm nothing special. Just an old crook with more money than time. That was a quote from The Retiree's Revenge, in which I played an ex-thief turned decrepit old man. But, of course, I'm certain you already recognized it. Now, what shall I sign first? Your weapon? Your wallet? Or perhaps something, a little more personal? Undergarment signatures have been popular of late, or so I've heard.
I'm not here for an autograph. I'm here to ask you some question.
Do you mean to say you're not a fan? Well, then how did you get in here? The only staffer cleared for guest room entry is the inspector for Bellamy's murder. Oh. Oh! Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Terribly sorry, Inspector. I didn't realize it was you. Understand that I am beyond willing to comply with your search for the fiend that did Bellamy in. You know, now that I look at you, you're the perfect reflection of me. Back when I starred in the Marauder's Bane. The absolute picture of justice. Ask me anything at all.
Please, straight answer. Please, not a lot of dialogue. Straight answer, please. I heard you were poisoned.
Indeed. The agonizing bowel pain was most undignifying. While I've certainly had no shortage of inadequate hotel meals, this was most explicitly pronounced. I suspect poison. And who would be most likely to poison me but Chef Anwar? Oh, we've clashed almost non-stop about his slop preparation. He must have tainted my meal in retaliation.
According to the coroner, Ellen was also poisoned.
How alarming! Whoever targeted her was certainly targeting me. I can only thank my ironclad constitution that I'm standing here before you.
Ellen wasn't killed by the poison.
Oh, that's very good to know. Perhaps the poisoner simply meant to incapacitate us both, disrupt the product launch. I couldn't say, Inspector. I'm merely an actor.
Why didn't you go to the clinic for your stomach pain?
Is that a jibe? Could you imagine the tabloid headlines? Spencer Woolrich, Aetherwave star, spotted in gastronomic distress. Oh, unseemly hardly describes the half of it.
Can you think of anyone other than the chef who would want to arm you?
None that I can think of. I treat all hotel staff equally, and with the minimum level of respect that they deserve.
That's all I wanted to know.
Very well, then.
I learned a thing or two about your activity in the hotel.
Oh? Have you now? Please do go on. Don't leave me in suspense.
I spoke to Burgage. He told me you upgraded him.
I did indeed. With Halcyon Helen parading her fame about, I was left without an acting partner. Burbage is no exception. His acting protocols were nothing short of a joke. So, I decided to make some modifications, installing him with some of my old serial quotes as, I think, improved his range. The way he bungled about with that weapon of his hardly befitted a dissident, so I modified it as well. He's much quicker on the draw now, though he's still a machine.
Burbage. I bet it's fucking Burbage.
I'm quite used to being breathlessly watched.
I'd like to ask you a question about the murder.
Certainly, but one quick question before we begin, if I may. How was it that Bellamy met her end?
She was poisoned and shot with plasma.
How awful. Whoever did this must have been quite heartless.
What were you, what were you up to at the time of the murder?
I was meditating, of course. That's how I get into character.
Got anybody who can corroborate that?
Respectfully, Inspector, it is rather counterproductive to commune with others while meditating.
Okay, back to my other question.
I'll answer whatever you wish.
Did you know Ellen well?
Bellamy has been my co-star throughout the autumn of my career. I should like to think I knew her. In fact, I cannot name a single role in the last 10 years that did not involve her in some way, unless you count the uncredited silent shopkeep on Melissa's Meteoroids.
Did you consider yourself a friend of her?
I'll ask you this. If you'd been the star of cinema for years, then suddenly found yourself scrounging for bit parts while a younger person stole the limelight, how would you feel? In short, the two of us weren't close. But that's not to say my dislike of her was so extreme that I tried to do anything drastic. Resenting Bellamy is one thing, but killing her is another completely. It's also beneath me.
Enough about that. Back to my other question.
I suppose that is enough on that grim subject.
Goodbye. Alright, so what I'm thinking is he changed Burbage with everything, and the thing is he shot plasma. I'm betting on Burbage. That's my guess. Like he programmed Burbage to kill Ellen. That's my guess.
Zeke Hannigan, Rizzo's Rangers 16th back. Pleased to meet you. What can I do?
I have some question about Elsie and Ellen murder.
Oh, you must be that inspector people have been talking about. It's a damn shame about Miss Helen. She was always real good to me and the rest of the Rangers. Bertie's taking it pretty hard. Miss Helen was the love of his life. So...
where were you at the time of the murder?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but me and a couple of the other Rangers spent the night in Constable Keen's cells down at the spaceport. We didn't do anything serious, just a bit of pranks and vandalism. It's what usually happens when we all get to drinking. Guess Constable Keen saw things a bit differently and had us hauled off.
Was Bertie in jail with the rest of you?
No, we lost him somewhere along the way. Or maybe he managed to get away? I can't rightly remember. But he was definitely not sharing a cell with us. That much I know.
Let's talk about something else.
What can I do for you?
Bye.
We're all seeing that woolly cow, right? Not just me?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Multiple discrepancies detected. First discrepancy. A woolly cow is present in this hotel room. Woolly cows are an import species for the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve and are incapable of affording upper-class accommodations. Second discrepancy. This woolly cow is dangerously inebriated with Rizzo Spectrum vodka. Alcohol sanguinization ratio exceeds recommended maximum.
And the recommend maximum blood alcohol ratio for a collie is
0.
Good to know.
A brief survey of this area reveals that the most recent occupants were athletes belonging to the Rizzo's Rangers Tossball Club.
Was Black Old Birdie here?
Insufficient data. A brief survey of localized property damage, divided by the area of this room, yields the following estimate. This unit was likely occupied by every member of the Rizzo's Rangers. -1.
Oh, Birdie! Perk.
Nice and quick.
Okay, I think I can open the door over there. Yes. Going to do a save before I try. Shh.
What the? What?
Wow, you got that.
There doesn't seem to be anything important. Oh, that might be in the oil. Come on! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, you didn't sit that wheel for long.
Wish I could do that. Nicely done.
Well, there's nothing else, so better leave.
What?
Bring me to the penthouse?
Next stop.
I think it's a penthouse. Oh. Lobby, please.
Yes? Are you here for the double rack of smoked sprat? Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but you'll have to wait.
Oh,
Don't give me that look. Let me see if I can pencil you in for later. Actually, what am I saying? I can't do that. I'm booked for the next month. You'll have to make a reservation.
I'm here to investigate the Elsians along Ellen's murder. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
You're the inspector? Here? Why? I mean, you may ask me whatever you want. I have nothing to hide.
That's all for now.
Analysis of this stovetop reveals an alarming degree of grease buildup, approximating proximity to volatile gases and chemicals. Chances of an explosive combustion upon next use currently at 92.9%.
This seemed like a workplace hazard. How hasn't Slug caught this?
Searching Slug work logs. No work log found. Creating conjecture. Slug has likely not fixed this issue due to a lack of responsibility on the part of their employees.
Is this normal?
Most corporations have regular cleaning procedures to prevent damage to company property. Slug, already unlike most corporations in a variety of ways, does not. That or the employees tasked with inspecting are shirking their duties. For shame.
Did you prepare all of Ellen's meal?
Of course I did. I would never allow anyone else to touch the meals of so important a guest.
You sure no one else was involved?
Well, yes, I'm positive. Why?
If Ellen was poisoned and no one else touched her meal, you poisoned her, right?
Oh my lord, this is the end, isn't it? My mother always warned me that the culinary world was too dangerous, but I didn't heed her warnings. Spencer Woolrich and Bellhop Owens were underfoot in the kitchen as I was preparing Helen's meal. Either one of them could have tampered with the food when I was fetching ingredients.
Why were you being so evasive about leaving Ellen's food unattended?
Well, it's a breach of professionalism, of course. Why else would I worry about it?
Because some of Elsian's food combination turned to acid when unsupervised?
What? Truly? That's an alarming business oversight. Instead of volatile chemicals, the corporations should put barbiturates in everything. Everyone likes barbiturates. But I don't believe that was a risk with Helen's meal. I was, up to something else. I may have taken some time to engage in a teensy bit of recreational drinking, and consequently, I may have been somewhat less than coherent after preparing Helen's meal.
Any idea where I find Bella Owens?
Yes, but not specifically. Owens often procures exotic ingredients from the creatures at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. Our guests can be rather particular. Let's not talk about the incident with the Raptidon pheromone glands. It's always hard to say when Owens might be back. If I were you, I'd make a trek to the reserve myself. Otherwise, who knows how long you'll have to wait.
What was Spencer Woolridge doing around the kitchen?
Mr. Woolrich often finds the hotel's meals wanting. He seems to enjoy complaining in person. While I could appreciate someone with a discerning palate for once, I believe that Mr. Woolrich simply enjoys the attention he gets from us. Though don't tell him I said as much. If you wish to speak with him, Mr. Woolrich can most likely be found in his suite on the VIP guest floor. He's usually there if he's not poking around here.
Ellaby's a little thin here. Why should I believe anything that you're saying?
I understand your reluctance, but... Oh, I just remembered. The kitchen security camera. It'll prove I'm telling the truth about everything. Constable Keene has access to the security footage in her office at the spaceport. If you visit her, you can figure out what truly happened with Helen's meal.
That's all I wanted to ask about. Guess we see if you're telling the truth.
Thank you for your understanding, Inspector. I'm sure you'll find the true culprit before long.
Oh. That seemed like a good way.
Greetings. Non-criminally bureaucratic
I fucking hate hearing them talk. I hate hearing them talk. I need to acquire the Grand Colonial Kitchen security footage from your archive.
All requests for security footage require...
Also, I need to examine your bit processing unit real quick.
Error. Bit processing unit has been removed. Temporarily see if you would like a wine.
Bye. Spencer. Spencer.
Please. Oh.
We have security footage of you tampering with Ellen's last meal.
Tampering? No. I just happened to be passing through the kitchen and saw a dish.
Got my eye on you.
But...
Oh. I need to get out then. Oh well. Should quickly be in and out. Maybe I should have gone right. Oh well, what's done's done.
Have you seen the profit of profitability?
The profit's over there too, so I am not leaving without a freaking fast forward. That even work? Oh yes, it does. What do you think?
the best there ever was!
Fuck that. It's like one of the worst. Alright, let's check the invoice. No fast forwards, we continue. They're less big than the last one. Still annoying fuck though.
This is Silvio Tran, setting a new record for the Grand Colonial Bellhops Laundry Cart League. If you're listening to this, you're listening to history. And Daltrey, as we agreed, when I win, you're scraping terrorist shit off the windows for the rest of your contract. And you can stow the fear of heights routine because there's no way you're weaseling out of that, pal. Here goes. That's... Move the box! No, not... No!
Well, next time we died. Alright. Might as well do that. I'm here. Why not?
We heading inside, Captain? Don't worry. I got your back.
Excuse me, Gunther. I need to ask you something.
Who in the hell is Gunther?
Oh, hey there, stranger. Don't mean to interrupt your business, but,
Maybe what does it look like?
3 legs, conical body, wearing a worker's hat, woefully unsuited for combat.
I don't think I have, sorry.
Oh, that's not good. I hope she hasn't gotten herself into any trouble.
I overheard your conversation earlier. You want to explain what's happening exactly?
Seems I'm running my mouth too much. My mechanical Betty up and wandered away a couple days back. I've been trying to track her, but the beasts make it hard. Personally, I prefer my organs inside my body. The shopkeep says I should buy one of his rifles and go looking myself, but like my machine, I'm not combat inclined.
We can help her out, right? Won't take too long if we're on the job.
I know it's a pain, but I think I need some outside help. Job or no job, I'm not leaving Betty out in the wastes.
I keep my eye out for any suspicious mechanical.
Hey, thanks so much. It would have been mighty lonely without her. Being unemployed, I mean. Be lonely being unemployed. If you find Betty, try sneaking up and hacking her. If you can't do that, finding a way to stop her current routines should send her back home.
I haven't had that one, so. Isn't that the thing used for terraforming? Oh, it's maybe one of its leg. I freaking hate those things.
Oh, hey, Candy Canyon! I know this place. It's where they did Free Range Fixer. Here we go! I see it there!
Do your thing.
Time to shine.
Come on, come on, come on. Whew. That deserves a save. Huh. I would like, at the very least, completely finish
So
this
these whole heads
quest.
sit around in circles and try to invite profit into their life? I hope they get eaten by rats.
Something's bumming! Smile, Daniel! Get it I just wanted to make you smile!
Good! That was fun! Just wanna be your
Oh, that's the last of him!
Ew. Okay, so they did experimentation. I don't read those kind of things. Well, I got a password.
That's what you get.
That was quick.
Yeah. Unless I have to, not here. Not that one.
Great work.
What's on that one?
Nicely done.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis suggests this to be a variety of herbs. Herbs have been uniformly treated with a pungent chemical mix. Warning: ingesting, smoking, or inserting non-corporation sanctioned substances into your ears may be harmful to your health.
Discrepancy amplifier. How would these most likely be used?
Prior analysis suggests these herbs reach peak effectiveness when users burn them and inhale the resulting smoke. Whether or not this increased effectiveness is good for an afflicted individual has yet to be determined.
Can you analyze the chemical these herbs are treated with?
Analyzing. Complete. Substance appears to be a mix of industrial solvents and various essential oils. Substances include woolly cow dander remover, sprat oil, and starship surface wax.
Alright, make a note of it and then let's move on.
Fruitful and productive welcome, brother. I had a feeling you would visit me. I offer a wide variety of productivity seminars. I hope you'll consider taking one. But I should remember my manners. To what do I owe the pleasure of the Special Inspector's arrival?
I'm looking into the murder of Alcyon Zillan. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Certainly, certainly. But first, I'd love to interest you in one of my productivity seminars. We'll free you of those potential hampering humors in a heartbeat.
Humor? I don't think I understand.
As science has taught us, the body is made up of two things, flesh and humors. These humors are semi-fluids that, when improperly balanced, may cause you to function inadequately. By signing up for my seminars, you can balance these humors for only mildly inordinate and repeat payments. Cancellation is subject to repercussions.
What kind of repercussion?
Nothing you need concern yourself with, brother. It's all in the contracts. But of course, no one need subject themselves to such repercussions if they don't cancel. Regardless, can I interest you in a seminar?
That is such a fucking scam. Sorry, Prophet. I don't think I can spare the time. I got a murder to look into.
Yes, I understand the pressure of one's employment all too well. We've lately been looking into more ways to bolster the retreat stock of bits. But you needn't worry about how this little conversation is affecting my livelihood, brother. Please, take your time. I'm delighted to extend my desire to aid you, brother. How might I assist?
I gotta ask you some question about Alcyon Zillan murder. Please answer truthfully.
Oh? I'm surprised. I wouldn't think the two of us would have much to discuss about her. We may have had some terse interactions before her death, which I most certainly regret. But beyond those, well, never mind. What would you care to know?
Did you contact Ellen after you left the Grand Colonial?
I did not. She had no interest in my seminars, and I had no interest in attempting to convert a stubborn actress. Why would I have had any cause to engage with her further?
You and Ellen didn't get along, I heard.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. The media tends to exaggerate. I will admit that her remarks about my seminars were rather unfortunate. However, I certainly wouldn't sharpen any sabers over it, if that's what you mean to imply. I only do that when my clients skimp on their bills.
Where were you at the time of Ellen's murder?
Why, I've been at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve for quite some time now, as my disciples can attest. In fact, I haven't visited the Colonials since I arrived several weeks ago. Bad energies, you understand.
Let's talk about something else.
I hope you now realize that I had nothing to do with Helen's demise.
You got some interesting herb in here.
I'm pleased that you noticed. Excellent eye, brother. The compound they're treated with is my own invention, designed to unlock an individual's true productive potential when burned. I can't say any more. Trade secrets, you know.
They seem toxic. Toxic enough to potentially kill someone.
None of my clients have ever complained, so I'm sure they're perfectly safe. Is there anything else?
That's all for now. I don't like her. Ow, ow, fire, fire, ow.
It's not good enough to be better than everyone. I need to believe.
Hello! Welcome to the Prophet of Profitability's Private Prosperity Retreat. Stay positive, and soon all your humors will be balanced.
This is a fucking cult.
At least, that's what I keep telling myself. Anyway, I'm Aaliyah Mason. I work as the Prophet's right-hand woman. What can I do for you?
I was hired to look into Elsion's Ellen murder. I'm gonna say that a lot more. I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Oh my. Yes, this is important enough for me to delay my bi-hourly self-flagellation. Ask away.
The Prophet has some kind of feud with Elsie and Ellen, right?
Yes, the circumstances there are quite unfortunate. For a time, the Prophet was completely despondent. Even the hot coal walks weren't buoying her spirits as they usually do. However, we recently had a high-profile visitor whose presence seemed to alleviate whatever the Prophet's fears were.
Spencer Woolrich?
Oh, you must have misheard me. I said high-profile, not had-profile. Mr. Woolrich comes by much too often to be worth mentioning.
Have you noticed any unusual behavior in the retreat lately?
Well, by and large, no. But something rather odd did happen regarding the Prophet recently. A few hours after our high-profile visitor arrived a couple of days ago, the Prophet asked me to take over sessions for the remainder of the day. At first, I was excited. Thought it was my chance to show her what I could do in charge. But then I saw that she was deeply worried about something. No one saw her until the next day.
Where were you at the time of the murder?
I was here, at the retreat in the company of the other disciples and clients. I rarely have more than a few minutes of alone time. Which is fine, of course. I do what I do in the service of the Prophet. Who will, I'm sure, reward me for my sacrifice. Eventually.
That's all for now.
Certainly.
Do you know the Prophet well?
Of course. I've been studying under her for years. I know each of her techniques more or less by heart, and even have some variations of my own, such as the quintuple daily stomach purges. She's promised me that I'd be allowed to open my own branch of the retreat someday soon. Of course, I've been waiting on someday soon for coming up on 4 years now. I'm sure it's gonna happen anytime now.
For a positive disciple, you sound a little less than enthused.
Oh, terribly sorry if I gave you that impression. I had a cramp. It's better now. I mean, it might be nice if I had a little inclination of whether the Prophet appreciated all the cooking and cleaning and hours of meditation I do on a daily basis. But whatever she thinks isn't for me to question. I'll do my best to be more chipper.
What can you tell me about the retreat?
If you felt imbalanced and unproductive, sit for hours in our sweat house and sweat them out. And remember...
Bye.
Actually, before you go, I want to report something suspicious. I noticed the Prophet dragging something, a bundle, away from the retreat after that high-profile guest arrived. Normally, I'm the one who does her laundry, so it was strange. Especially because whatever she was dragging seemed oddly... human-shaped.
You sure it was a body?
I think so. Had the right size and shape.
I look into it. Alright, let's go to it.
Timeline discrepancy detected near. Identifying human footprints leading out into the wilderness. It is unusual for productivity disciples to wander more than a few feet from the camp.
Got any idea who made them?
Scanning. Checking database of shoe sizes and height-weight ratios. Judging by footprint depressions and shoe size, these prints were either made by the Prophet of Profitability or Adjutant Sophia Akande. Error. Recalibrating. These footprints were made by the Prophet of Profitability. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Detected additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Detected additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability. Timeline discrepancy detected additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability. Timeline discrepancy. Judging by the shape of this indentation in the dirt, a person of medium height and build laid here for a number of hours. Scanning for other details. Only additional signs of disturbance are a few marks in the dirt.
Corpses don't get up and walk away, and there's no evidence of the body being torn apart.
Agreed. Likely theory. Individual injured was unconscious, not dead, and walked away after awakening.
Strange. Let's keep this in mind. Got more talk with the Prophet.
Well,
I follow your trail where you dumped something into the wilderness.
oh really? What did you find there? What did I dump?
There was nothing there, but by its proportion, I say a body.
That all sounds like hearsay, brother. Perhaps your humors are off balance and confusing your sense of justice. Perhaps you could use a seminar.
Someone said they saw you dragging a human-shaped lump into your heart.
Who said that? I'll be sure to give them a special seminar on not needlessly implicating the person who puts food on their table. It was a bundle of clothing, brother. Even productivity geniuses need to do laundry from time to time.
The quicker I get the truth, the faster I can get you to live alone. I can leave you alone.
Yes. I suppose the more quickly we get off this subject, the better. I had a visitor, yes. But as it turned out, some of my productivity techniques were too much for them. I had to drag them out by hand. But their peers came and collected them shortly thereafter. I'm sure whichever attendee it was is perfectly safe now.
You say you had no further interaction with Len before her death, right?
Yes, that's correct.
I saw the message from Ellen on your terminal about attending a session.
Well, I suppose that does complicate things. Clever work, Inspector. It seems even I can't slide my way out of the trap you've so intricately weaved. I admit it. I killed Helen. By mistake. Helen changed her mind and wanted to attend one of my sessions. I, knowing the importance of the seminar, desired to truly galvanize her, though not to stop her heart. So when it came time, I chose to double Helen's dosage of productivity-enhancing herbs. I left her to meditate, and when I returned, she was dead. After that, I entered a less than coherent state. One of my disciples, it seems, witnessed me as I dragged Helen's body out into the wilderness.
Did you shoot the body at any time?
Laws, no. I hate guns. If I ever wanted to kill someone on purpose, I would have used a blunt weapon. Nothing quite like clubbing someone over the head.
Actually, I don't think you killed anybody. Certainly not Ellen.
What? Is this some kind of joke? You're an inspector. It's your job to arrest me, isn't it?
Alcyon Ellen body was found at Grand Colonial. She was killed there.
I don't believe you. I think this is all a trick. You're trying to catch me in a lie. Get me to reveal my productivity secrets.
Look, if Ellen's body wasn't where you left it, she must have awakened and walked away.
No. Someone must have moved it after I killed her. One of my business rivals, waiting for me to fall into a false sense of security so they can strike.
The only thing you've done is to be completely negligent.
No. You can't trick me. I finally discovered what's happening. You've been paid off. Someone else learned that I killed Helen, and is going to use that information to blackmail me. You think I'm going to let this injustice happen? Ha! Tell the constable that I killed Helen. It's 1,000 times less miserable than whatever my enemies have planned.
You're up to the wall. I'm not getting the constable to falsely imprison you.
You monster! What am I supposed to do now? They'll be here soon. And once they arrive, I'll be powerless. Powerless! I just want to go to prison! Is that so wrong?
Yeah, no, this place isn't going to last. And it's more torture than anything else. Okay. Betty. Betty! Getting there. I'm going to save just in case I need to actually sneak. It's actually a sneak thing because there's a freaking flower. Nope. Piss off. Is it going to do a freaking turnaround? Son of a... Ah! I'm gonna go check that, but... because it seemed like a secret or something, but... Holy fuck, yeah, that's a painful one. No. Son of a bitch. Alright, I'm gonna try with that one over there. Alright, this is the worst mini quest that I have done in a moment.
No cacao detected nearby. Returning to slug mason.
Fuck that. Man, if it's just a side little thing to collect shit, I don't care.
Hey, I almost can't believe it. Betty found her way back. Here I was thinking I'd never see her again.
Well, malfunctioning mechanical as promised. She was trying to mechanic.
Oh, Betty, you big goof. What were you thinking in that little metal noggin of yours? You nearly worried me to death. And ain't you just the most reliable freelancer in the colony? Let me just take a look at Betty here and we'll talk about payment. Oh, it looks like you went in and reset her parameters. Thanks a ton for doing that. Should get me back to work all the faster. Between saving Betty and sorting her out, you've sure done me, and by extension Slug, a service. I've got bits and spare parts with your name on them.
Alright then, don't let the cannon nip you on the way out.
I won't.
Word it. Okay. Let's do that.
Inspector?
I finished my investigation into Jasmine Leva, the Prophet of Profitability.
Ms. Leva earned that title, but not for the reasons you'd expect. The Prophet business has been profitable for the hotel. Not so much for Ms. Leva's followers. So, tell me, what did you find?
I think she's a fraud and a cheat.
Ms. Leva's techniques have no basis in modern science, but she makes bits hand over fist. If that makes her a fraud, then she's only as fraudulent as our corporate leaders. Does the Prophet strike you as a reasonable candidate for Helen's murderer?
Considering my option, I'm still considering my option, but no, I doubt she did it.
I'll bear that in mind. Thank you for the update, Inspector. I'll include everything you've told me in my official report.
Back.
What floor would you like to...
VIP.
If you...
I have to talk with Spencer.
I could not have...
I learned a thing or two about you.
Nope.
So, quick question. What was it you wanted with the Peter Ray Bioglen?
What? That damn bellhop promised discretion. Well, if you must know, it's an appetite suppressant. How do you think I keep my form so lithe? Terror ray glands keep me from feeling hunger pangs.
If a Peter Ray was an appetite suppressant, you wouldn't be hungry if you took it.
Oh, well, there's... Maybe I just wanted to see what was in it. Oh, law. What a pathetic defense. As it so happens, I may not have had the terror ray gland acquired for personal use. I may have placed it in Bellamy's meal. But before you indict me, please, just listen. I wasn't trying to kill her.
Talk.
I will. Terror ray glands aren't supposed to be lethally poisonous. They're supposed to cause extreme lethargy, as if you'd inhaled several quarts of Spectrum vodka. She would have had to eat 6 or 7 of the glands to die, and even then it would be an extended, arduous process.
Why poison her at all?
I was just getting to that. I only wanted her to be incapacitated during the Brown unveiling. With her out of commission, the next available celebrity, myself, would get to host the unveiling. Please think twice about telling the administrator of my misdeeds. If he learns the truth, what's left of my career will be left in shambles.
What do you want me to say instead?
Tell him it was a poisonous... I promise I shall make up for my action.
No, I'm telling him the truth.
What will happen when all of the... There will be nothing on the aether waves but serials starring mechanicals.
What?
Penthouse.
Next stop.
Inspector?
I completed my investigation into Ellen's poisoning.
Excellent. I trust you have a name for our poisoner.
Spencer Woodstreet confessed to the crime.
Oh, I am disappointed. I'd like you to continue investigating Helen's murder. You've found the poisoner, but her killer remains at large.
I'll be back. Oh, nice. Never mind. Continue. But seriously, I think it's a robot who killed her.
You got an appointment?
No.
Then get.
Look, I'm an investigator. I need to speak with Cedric.
No appointment? No talking to Mr. Kincannon.
Can I make an appointment for right now?
Not entirely out of the question. Convince me.
I could put a good word with Cedric about his incredible Ep14 secretary.
Wouldn't mind a new bolter pistol. I've fired mine so many times the tips nearly fell off. Let's give Mr. Kincannon a ring. Mr. Kincannon, got a person of interest here to see you. Think they've got business.
That sounds like our inspector. Please, send him up.
Why, if it isn't the inspector, I was hoping you'd swing by. Here for my alibi, I assume?
I am. Let's hear it.
Let's see. That night, I was... torturing Elliot Nasser for information on missing cargo. That was a messy one. Didn't break until nearly noon the next day. Can you imagine?
And where would I find Elliot Nasser to verify that?
An excellent question. I had his body dropped off the edge of the land complex. I'm not sure what happened to it from there, scientifically speaking. Maybe it dissolved? Ultimately, though, it doesn't matter. You'd be a fool to believe me, regardless of what I told you. People lie, and I am, incriminatingly, people.
Come on, Cedric, I'm trying to clear you out of murder here.
And I appreciate that, Inspector. The fact of the matter is, I know I didn't kill Helen, and I trust you fully and completely to find whoever did. If it helps, however, you might consider pursuing not my means, but my motive. Why in the name of the architect would I kill Halcyon Helen? She was making me a fortune.
Solon's death is a net loss for Slug.
I'm considering a line of commemorative merchandise. Still, that's nothing compared to what Helen would have made us in the long run. I'd offer to assist you in your work, but I have a mystery of my own to solve, I'm afraid.
Anything I should look into?
You may very well want to. This particular trouble strikes me as not unrelated to your investigation. Items are disappearing from Slug's storage and processing warehouse. The thefts began a week before Helen's unfortunate death, and there have been more instances since. Before you ask, I know the difference between cargo going missing and cargo going missing. This is the latter.
Okay, I take the case.
I'm obliged. Though in the spirit of honesty, I fully intended to strong-arm you into accepting it had you declined. Regardless, this will be fun. You out in the field, chasing down leads. Me, scheming in my office, preparing to unspeakably mangle the perpetrator.
I say this once. Whoever's behind this is going to jail, not to you.
You do recall, Inspector, that I'm not to be trusted? But certainly, whatever you say. You'll want to speak with Ella Tinsley, the warehouse foreman. I've cleared her as a suspect myself, but should she refuse to cooperate, shoot her. No, I'm joking. If she won't cooperate, tell me and I will shoot her. And do feel free to search my office for clues while you're here. Don't hold back on my account.
I get on that? Oh. Okay. Nothing of the other ordinary.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Would he see me if I was still?
Easy now.
Alright. Maybe he's going to live later.
A cursory fingerprint analysis shows this display case was recently opened or closed.
The gum on the bottom looks special. Has it been customized?
Confirmed. The grip has been modified for a specific wielder, most likely the rifle's owner. Additionally, the plasma rifle sights appear to have been realigned to better accommodate a shooter with slight myopia in one eye. The fingerprints belong to Cedric Kincannon.
Just making sure.
Oh, admiring my rifle. Had it custom fitted by a woman on Monarch.
Don't like that. There's no other way to get in there. We're checking that.
Hi there! Sorry, this area is off limits to port vision. Oh, wait half a second. You're the inspector. Sorry about that. I'll buzz you right in. Feel free to have a look around, sir.
Hey, you think they keep any spare parts down here? Just wondering.
Is Fight Night still on then?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The biology of this sprat is highly unusual. This sprat has been in contact with multiple parasites, yet shows no symptoms of infection.
Why is the spread so big?
A cursory analysis of this organism's anatomy suggests it was bred deliberately for its unusually large size.
I don't get it. How did the spread survive infection?
Sprats possess highly adaptive immune systems capable of developing immunological memory with extraordinary speed. The unique immunological subsystem found in sprats is advantageous in fending off parasites, pathogens, and other biological threats.
What would anyone want an unusual large spread for?
Based on slug records of board-issued punitive sanctions against sublight salvage and shipping, this sprat is most likely intended for cage fighting.
Interesting.
I guess they use this place to unwind. Cargo container, though? I think they'd get in trouble if they were caught.
Hey there, little buddy.
Little buddy, does it look little to you?
I didn't even know they made Raptidon erotica. Ooh, fragile.
Okay, let's try upstairs.
You're the inspector, aren't you? Boss Kincannon said you'd be by about the cargo that's been going missing. Gosh, this is so neat. A real-life inspector. What's that like? Have you solved any mysteries yet? Ever had to shoot a suspect?
Why don't we focus on stopping those cargo theft?
Right, of course. Just tell me how I can help.
What's the corporate been stealing?
That's the weird part. There's no pattern far as I can tell. The thefts don't make sense. I ask you, who would steal a handful of Spacer's Choice Sabers, so dull they can barely cut mud, but leave the spectrum black? Ugh. Who'd be desperate enough to want to steal a Spacer's Choice Saber, full stop?
Sound like our purpose not fencing the stolen goods.
Yeah, probably not. No one's dumb enough to think Spacer's Choice Sabers are worth half a damn. Then there's the most recent theft. 5 boxes of pens and a couple of sodas. I can't decide which one's sadder.
Maybe our Pep's desperately low on ink.
I wish they hadn't stolen the blue pens. We can never keep enough of those in stock.
Who has access to the cargo?
Everyone here at Freight Storage and Processing, for a start. Thing is, the cargo is going missing before the shipments even get to the warehouse. Best I can figure, it's probably getting lost in the shipping yard. As for who has access there, Benton Chan, he's the shipping yard manager. He told me it's mainly just the loading automechs that handle cargo.
Maybe there's a problem with the automech.
Could be. Those things'll break if you so much as look at them funny. That's Benton's area, but don't bother asking him for help. Last time I asked him to check the automechs, the whole head told me he couldn't help because he was dead.
Thanks for the head up.
It won't bother him any if you have a look yourself, though. Hopefully, you're mechanically inclined.
That's enough for now.
Oh, before I forget, I figured you might...
Anything on there I should know about?
Oh no, I forgot to delete all of those incriminating messages Nah, I do have a list of cargo that's gone missing, though, if that helps any.
Alright. Alright, let's leave. I am not ready to do that. I generally don't know which. All of them has been had reason for murder, but they haven't done it.
Timeline discrepancy detected. This copy of TK contains 142 fewer pages than a standard copy. The missing pages were likely removed to create sufficient space for the hidden listening device inside.
Short-range transmission capability. The receiver must be somewhere nearby.
You figured that out just by looking at it? Huh. We ought to talk shop one of these days.
Inspector, please consider speaking into the device in order to trace the transmission and reveal the receiver's location.
Moo.
Poor woolly cow impression transmitted. Transmission analysis complete. While the precise location of the receiver could not be pinpointed, it has been narrowed down to a smaller, approximate range.
How long has this been there?
Analysis inconclusive. However, there is a minor accumulation of... The area within a 0.5...
It's not very dusty then. Must have been placed fairly recently.
That is highly likely, Inspector.
What's that you found? No, wait, don't tell me. Let's save it for the big reveal once you've solved the case.
Oh, then you're gonna be super fucking mad later. Instead of now.
This port seems real busy. I wonder if they're trying to compete with the groundbreaker.
Timeline discrepancy. Transmission endpoint discovered. The receiver in the...
Any clue who put it there?
Due to the high level of foot traffic,
How long has it been in the ground?
based on the accumulated mix of sludge and detritus, the receiver has been present since approximately a week before Helen's death.
Got the bug.
Timeline discrepancy detected. Inspector, this loading automechanical's programming does not match factory default settings. The standard defensive protocol has been modified to include an additional trigger. There is a directive in place to initiate defensive protocol should an unsanctioned data log installed in this automechanical be removed. Slug automechanical maintenance records indicate this particular unit is frequently reported as out of position or missing for periods of time. For Type K-19 cargo transport automechanicals, defensive protocol is triggered by attempted interference with cargo, or its transportation, or attempted destruction of the unit. Once triggered, defensive protocol targets the perpetrator and applies lethal force until the target has been deceased for a minimum of 3 minutes.
Let's have a look inside this automech.
Loading automechanical unit K-14 is fully operational at 99% power. Please designate the cargo to be transported and its destination. How can this automechanical assist you? Access panel is open. Please be sure to close the access panel when you are done. Ejecting data log 17C. Alert. Failsafe protocol triggered. Kill mode in...
Wait, I have a question.
Understood. This unit is programmed to facilitate user queries.
What's in the data log you just ejected now?
The ejected data log contains instructions to move cargo shipment 6, 8, 7. It also contains instructions to move randomized cargo shipments out.
Or was it shipment 6875?
Apologies.
Thanks. Now I believe I'll neophyte.
Kill mode re-engaged. Have a nice day.
Here they come!
Wrong gun. Ah.
No!
Well, that's a shame. I also just stood there and took the hits, so.
Here they come!
Here goes nothing!
Do you think?
Down! Nobody messes with you, boss! We can get through! You gotta get past that armor!
They attacked me first.
Inspector, to what do I owe the...
I solved your cargo skimming issue.
Ooh, I love this part. The big reveal. So tell me, what happened?
You got a serious security problem.
What makes you say that?
Somebody bypassed the loading mech security system and rewired them to skip random goods.
Damn, you're good. Hacking the automechs. So that was our skimmer's game. But why?
The culprit didn't want you to. It was a cover-up.
A cover-up. I see. The random theft was a smokescreen to hide what the culprit really wanted. I must say, Inspector, you've done excellent work on this case. Then that just leaves how the culprit...
I found this.
Am I right to think what you found in my office earlier was the other half of this listening device?
Sure was, and whoever this device belonged to, that's our culprit.
Not quite, Inspector. That listening device belongs to me. I lent it to Halcyon Helen to assist her with role research.
I get it, she died before she could deactivate the mech she hacked.
That, or she never intended it to stop. Impossible to know now. Unbelievable. I helped her. Gave her whatever she needed. I thought we were doing each other a good turn.
I doubt it was personal.
This is a betrayal, Inspector. I do not take betrayal lightly. Helen should consider herself very lucky indeed that she is already among the dead, and that some other bastard beat me to putting her in the ground.
I think it seems we found your motive, Cedric.
Yes, I suppose we have. There is, however, a slight chronological incongruency to it. I now have a motive to kill Halcyon Helen, but Halcyon Helen is already dead. If I'd known Helen was stealing from me, I may very well have killed her, or had her killed. Alas, I did not.
I suppose not.
Again, I appreciate your assistance with this matter, and with the larger mystery at hand. I wish you luck with your investigation, though I doubt you'll need it. You'll find Helen's murderer. I'm confident of that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must find a way to excise my anger that minimally damages my business empire. I expect it will involve shooting quite a lot of guns.
Alright, I need to report now. I generally think it's the robot. Bug Brave.
Inspector.
Whatever his name is. Look into Cedric.
Closely, I trust. Tell me what you found.
I'm about to disappoint you. You got an alibi.
Of course he's got an alibi. He runs Sublight Underground. He probably starts his day by preparing half a dozen alibis. With that in mind, do you think Cedric was responsible for Helen's death?
Helen was making money for Cedric. I doubt he has a motive for killing her.
No motive. That's disappointing, because it's exactly the conclusion he'd want us to make. Unfortunately, even I don't have the authority to detain Cedric.
Sorry to disappoint you, Ludovico. He's alive and well.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I've already lost Dr. Blossom and Constable Keene, but at least Cedric's alive. The universe is a just place.
Alright. Oh.
Inspector.
I know Halcyon Zelen.
I've been waiting for this. Tell me, Inspector, who killed Halcyon Helen?
Alright. I didn't know number 5 was an option. It's not Spencer, it's not Cedric, it's not Jasmine, and it's not Birdie. It's you did.
I beg your pardon. You think I killed Halcyon Helen?
I interviewed everyone else. You're the most likely culprit.
I knew hiring you was a mistake. I expect you to deliver the name of Helen's killer. I expect you to deliver results, Inspector. And if you can't withstand the pressure, then I expect you to resign. We're done.
You sound pretty defensive, Lodivoco. Got something to hide?
I'm defensive, Inspector, because I'm under attack. I am assaulted by your perfidious and baseless accusations. You're convinced I murdered Halcyon Helen. Fine. Show me some evidence.
This entire investigation is a farce. I'm done playing along.
If you have no proof... Wait, don't move a muscle. Someone's just tripped my alarm. And my security defenses. And killed my patrols. The distillery is under attack. Someone's after me, Inspector. I need you over here right now.
I'll be right over.
Now, Inspector. Damn it, someone's interfering with my transmission. Can you read the...
So guys, should we help him out or...
Whoever the real killer is, I got a feeling they're going after Mr. Ludovico. We need to catch up to him. Fast.
I guess, if we have to. Getting kind of tired of kicking my heels up in the penthouse all day.
All right. I got nothing going on.
We should definitely go. As for helping him, maybe we take the wait-and-see approach?
From the depths of Terra 2 to the heights of Eridanos, there's no mess that your SAM unit can't unstick, unclog, or unsully.
Think of this as an opportunity to teach Mr. Ludovico the importance of compassion.
Son of a... Alright, let's pick that one. All right.
Oh, how exciting!
Now that was fun.
Right.
Gosh, it's actually kind of cheerful.
Let's finish this DLC.
Welcome, valued patrons, to our splendiferous
Don't mind if I freaking do.
Browse. That's a fancy way to say smash.
Got it. Inside voices.
Of course.
Now that you've seen behind the scenes, I bet you're pretty thirsty. Well, not to worry. We have every flavor of Spectrum available to delight your palate. Please note that tour guests are limited to a maximum of 3 different resort flavor samples. All beverages must be consumed on the premises. Rizzo's is not responsible for gastronomic distress, mild hallucinations, or damage to your sense of taste.
Oh, well, I think
You
I
can
got.
have my samples, Captain. I'm gonna pass on the mild hallucinations.
How do I get down? Oh, I haven't been there. Eh, why not? Can't go from those way. That's a dead end. That's also a dead end. I can open that. Let's check the map. It's a slug thing in the neck. Son of... Huh. Maybe we might complain about free shit, but still. Oh. I'm willing to break all my life for that one. Okay, that's not going to help. There's gotta be a way there. I just haven't found it yet. Why the fuck not? Oh. I'm just gonna take everything that's in coal and glue it to the floor. How do I get down? It's that way, I can tell that much. Okay, it's not showing the glowing sting. Got something for me? No, of course you don't. Why would you? Let's see if I can get from the main entrance. I checked. Oh. It's nice to know I wasn't freaking crazy. Oh, I've been annoying going circle for a while.
It's you. I had a feeling you'd catch up to me sooner or later, Inspector. I was just hoping you'd find me standing over the administrator's corpse.
What in law's name? Halcyon Helen, how are you still alive?
Oh, is that Ludovico I hear? Perfect. I'm so glad he's still in the building. Would you mind letting him know I'm about to blow his whole operation to flinders?
No, that's a fair question. You want to explain it, or are you still alive?
Brace yourself, Inspector. You're about to learn the biggest secret in the vaporwave industry. Halcyon Helen was never one person. I shared this role with my twin sister, Belinda.
That must have been her sister in the ballroom. I can't imagine what she's going through right now.
Are you serious? Halcyon Helen's got a twin sister? I mean, yeah, it's obvious. You know, if you think about it.
Belinda and I were the best kept secret in the business. Nobody could tell us apart. And certainly not a peevish, petty, miserable little worm like Quentin Ludovico. So when I discovered the truth, when I realized what Ludovico was about to unleash on this colony, Belinda paid the price.
What plan are you talking about?
My plan to save Halcyon. I'm not a murderer, Inspector. I acted in defense. I had to defend Halcyon's future.
Tell the truth, Ludovico. There's nothing safe about Spectrum Brown. You want to infest this entire colony with those disgusting parasites.
They're not parasites. These creatures are symbiotic life forms. They belong to the highest order of life form, capable of living in perfect harmony with humanity. The symbiotes evoke a feeling of joy in their host, a bliss so pure, so profound as to render the most exquisite recreational substance obsolete. Oh, don't you see, Inspector? I want to bring joy back to Halcyon. I want this colony to smile again.
They're not symbiote. I seen them with the infected people.
A host only turns violent if they're carrying too many symbiotes, or if they see you as a threat. In its natural state, the relationship between symbiote and host is perfectly harmless. Listen to me. I never wanted to take a life, but I had no choice. I couldn't let anyone destroy this colony's only chance at real happiness. But what about Helen? What about all the innocent people she's killed?
No one I crossed off was innocent.
That was you, Nala. You killed Dr. Blossom.
Have you met Dr. Blossom? She was practically a reptile. A cold-blooded psychopath who toyed with human lives in the name of scientific advancement. Leora Blossom wasn't a person. She was a weapon in Ludovico's arsenal. You call it murder? I call it disarming my enemy.
I know you killed a Rangers mascot.
The mascot was a spy working for Ludovico. He was ordered to keep an eye on Belinda and I, and report back to his master.
You're being paranoid. I barely knew the fellow.
Don't try to deny it. Anywhere Belinda and I went, that mascot was there, just watching us with those cold, dead eyes.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't working for the administrator.
He was a Rizzo's employee. He belonged to Ludovico's horrible little family of grinning idiots. Dr. Leora Blossom, Maria Keene, that flackwit of a math. I went through them.
You killed Constable Keene? She was on your side.
She was on Ludovico's side. When she realized I was alive, she refused to stay silent. I gave Maria a chance. I told her about Belinda. I asked for her help, but she turned me down. She was honor-bound to report me to Ludovico. Maria had a duty to her company, and I had a duty to Belinda. We both did what we had to. But in the end, I was the faster shot.
I had enough.
You know what you need to do. Help me avenge Belinda. Help me put a stop to this.
Don't listen to her. Listen to me. Throw in with Helen and you destroy Halcyon's only chance at real happiness. Think of the future, Inspector. A lifetime of bliss and joy for every colonist in Halcyon. We can make that happen.
Helen's I'm with you. Ludovico is out of his mind.
Sounds good to me. Let's get out of here.
We don't have a lot of time. We need to get out of here.
Not so fast. I've sealed the bulkhead doors. You're staying right where you are. I'm sorry to do this to you, Inspector. Truly I am. If it's any consolation, Helen has brought some remarkably powerful explosives. Your death should be instantaneous. Goodbye, Inspector. Helen, we won't meet again.
Damn it. He sealed us in, but I think I know another way out. Follow me and stay close.
Let's move. Meh.
Head through that door. There's another way out.
Ow! Ow!
There. I've opened that door for you. Looks like you sealed the door. Just try throwing that switch down there. That should get us through. Nice work. We're close to the exit. We made it. Nice work, Inspector. We may have put a stop to Ludovico's operations, but he's still at large. He's probably gone into hiding, so we're going to root him out.
What's the plan?
This entire complex has been exposed to those parasites. Law only knows how many they've infected. Most of them won't even know they're carrying a parasite inside of them. If they're showing symptoms, it's probably already too late. Boundless energy, insufferable joy, an almost saccharine attitude of optimism. Then just like that, parasites bursting out of their bodies. Fat and and wriggling with vital energy.
There must be some kind of pesticide, but not to human, lethal to parasite.
You're a step ahead of me, Inspector. An airborne pesticide of some kind. I think you may be onto something. Let's meet back at your penthouse. We'll ready our next move.
I'll meet you there.
See you soon, Inspector.
Huh. Alright, that's going to be enough for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoy, and we're going to see each other next time. Bye!